Nintendo has been silent for many of their revealed games for 2025, one of them being Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And I just want to have a fun chat for what we know about the game and have some fun make some fun predictions about it. One thing we do know for sure is that Nintendo has confirmed that Age of Imprisonment will have a canon story. And this is a great thing to hear personally just because Age of Calamity story had a twist in it involving time travel which changed the events of the Calamity War. I know personally, when playing Age of Calamity, I was hoping there would be a cool ending where Zelda storms the castle with her sealing powers, leading to locking up Ganon as we see in Breath of the Wild, but we know that with the time travel twist that we had a more happier ending in Age of Calamity. I am still a little concerned that they might pull a twist for Age of Imprisonment, but due to just how feedback was, considering the twist in Age of Calamity, and considering that they're outright saying that the story is canon, I don't think we have to fear, but still keeping my expectations in check personally. I am also hoping that since this is a canon story, they could use this as an opportunity to respond to feedback from Tears of the Kingdom, considering a lot of people were upset about how it connected to the original lore. And while this isn't the most perfect solution when it comes to story, it would at the very least allow the story of Tears of the Kingdom Milan's fans to age better, but considering how the Zelda timeline is and the Zelda team's current attitude towards the story in Breath of the Wild and Tears, probably unlikely, but still hopeful. For characters, we do have Waru, Minoru, Sonia, Zelda, and the sages from Tears of the Kingdoms that are basically confirmed. And from the recent Nintendo Partner Showcase, we did see that construct that had Fi's theme playing in the background, which, my prediction for that, it is a construct with the playstyle of Link, so that they can still have that one-handed sword playstyle without bringing Link into the story via time travel, hopefully. But who knows, maybe they could have Link as a post-story character, which would be a fun way to add him without messing the canon of the story. Other playable characters that we could possibly have is a playable Ganon, since we have seen Ganon be playable in other Hyrule Warriors and just having more playable enemies. We could also have more mob-based characters. I know some fun ones that I would like to see is the Groom Hands, which would be funny considering all the nightmares that they cause for us as players, and then playing as them, just destroying mass armies of enemies. We could also have the Flux Construct as a playable character, considering that in the DLC of Age of Calamity we did have a playable Guardian. There could also be a case of original characters being introduced like Asuka and Suga, but when it comes to the remaining possible list of characters, we're going to have to wait for them to reveal more. Another thing we know for sure, thankfully, is that this game will be performing a lot better than Age of Calamity due to the fact that it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2 exclusively. A few good signs that we do have is that via backwards compatibility, Age of Calamity runs pretty smoothly on the Nintendo Switch 2. We also have from the creator's voice for the game that has a clip showing the game running around 60 FPS, which makes me think that they'll do something that they did in the original Fire Emblem Warriors, which was a performance and quality mode, where the game either ran 1080 30 FPS or 720 60 FPS on the Nintendo Switch. A conservative expectation that I do have for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is that we'll have a quality mode where the game runs 1440p 30 FPS or in dock mode, and then 1080p 30 FPS in handheld. For performance mode, I'm expecting dock mode to be 1080p 60, and then for handheld 720 60, both modes using some upscaling to help them look nicer on higher resolution screens. Thankfully, we should get a better idea of how the game is performing, since Toei Tecmo is highlighting the game at the upcoming Tokyo Game Show. The final thing that we do know about this game is that it is coming out this upcoming winter, but we don't know if that's referring to winter 2025 or early 2026. If I was to make a guess, I would probably say 2026 just because of the current slots for Kirby Air Riders being in November and October for Pokemon Legends ZA, and we still don't know the current release date for Metroid Prime 4. And having a game like Hyrule Warriors at the beginning of 2026 would be a good start of the year for the Nintendo Switch 2. For the time being, until we get another Nintendo presentation, that's about what we know about the game, and possible predictions that we can make about it. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.